Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're going to be starting up a new run of Battle Brothers. If you're joining me here on YouTube, this is a live stream, so I am going to be responding to comments or be otherwise distracted. That's just going to be par for the course, so be prepared for that. All right, so let's get in here. The start we're going to be doing, and I'm going to be going through this kind of a little bit more speed now. This is the second run I've done with this DLC, Warriors of the North. So I'm not really going to do like tutorials as much. I will probably do it anyway because that's just how I am, but we're going to be doing Lone Wolf. Now let's just go over the highlights here. So we're a Hedge Knight by ourselves. So we start with a single experienced Hedge Knight and great equipment. But we don't have a lot of money to start with. That's one problem. We cannot have any more than 12 men on our roster. I don't know what we're limited to actually having on the field in the past. With a normal company, you can have 12 on the field, but then you would have more men beside that in reserve. That 12 is our maximum. I'm not sure what our maximum on the field is. We'll see when we get in here. And finally, we are the Hedge Knight. So if the Hedge Knight dies, it's game over. This is very unique compared to the other starts in the game. All right, let's get started. Now, hey, Ursi. Let's see. What banner do we want to do? The dragon's not a bad one. I have an idea of a name I want to go. Oh, this would be perfect. The name I want to go for, because he's a Hedge Knight, right? I want to go with the Uncrowned. Yeah, we're landless, right? So we're the Uncrowned. For our war, I kind of feel like the war is the one I want to do, like the late game crisis, because, you know, it kind of thematically for me, we want to get, I mean, we're not really going to get anything out of this. Hey, Infernal. Well, we'll see as soon as I hop in. I mean, it shouldn't take long. But I think thematically, I mean, we're going to be getting our own land, right? In our heads, in our head space. We're not really going to be getting our own land because that's not how this game works, but okay. I'm going to turn off permanent destruction. I don't tend to like to play with that. And this is my code. If you're playing the game, you can load in the same world as me. All right, let's go ahead and hop in here. As far as the economic difficulty, I always put that on beginner. I'm probably going to start with high as well, but veteran difficulty here. I'm not going to be having Iron Man mode on, even though we're more or less playing Iron Man anyway. Well, you get a crisis no matter what, Infernal. It just, it's random or you get to pick which one. I think I picked war. Okay, so this is going to be special text for this start, so I am going to read this. Some of the other texts I'm probably going to skim through, especially our mission contracts, because really all that matters with that is what the contract is. Most of the time, it's just flavor text. But in any case, you walk the stands of a jousting arena. Moldy fruits and vegetables litter the floor. Dried blood freckles the seats, and silence fills the air. When you sit, the wood of the place seems to groan in unison as though discomfited by the haunt of a rare visitor. In your hands is a note, looking for hardy men. Knowledge of the sword preferred, but all welcome. Is it an old note? Its purpose long since served, but what draws your eye is the price offered to the task. More crowns than you could muster in 5 tournaments. If this is the coin to be earned, then to hell with the jousts and the sparring. But you're not one to suit up for some other captain's orders. With all that you've earned over the years, you imagine that you could start your own mercenary band just fine. All right, that's our start. And there's our dude. Let's take a look at it. Okay, it looks like we can do 12 men in our formation, but 12 men is also our maximum. Okay, so you're saying, yeah, orcs or ancient undead or you're going to get hurt. Well, honestly, I think that the war is difficult too. I mean, foot knights are nothing to laugh off. Knights are pretty tough. Looks like we start with 4 levels. We start with a long sword, which is a pretty good weapon to start with. Okay. Now, I have seen somebody do a playthrough of this. And because I've seen that person play, I have a little bit of a mind of what our difficulty is going to be with this playthrough. I feel like the audio is a little quiet. I'll probably adjust that here in a second. Okay. We have a bandage. We might as well put that in our inventory. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to use it. Okay. So we have 4 level ups. So let's go ahead and do our stats first. Alright, so... Oh, you know what? I want to look at my attributes here. So player character, we get plus 10 resolve. This is your player character, or in other words, yourself. If he dies, your campaign ends. You can't dismiss him, and he'll never desert you. We're also a hedge knight, which is going to give us some leanings towards stats. We're brute, so we're going to have less skill in melee, but more damage if we hit somebody in the head. That actually works for us because the split attack is an overhead attack, so it's going to hit him in the head a lot. So that should happen often. Well, often enough. Alright, so those are our main 2 attributes. I'm not too keen on this one, but... Oh, the talents are scripted. Okay, good to know. Alright, let's go ahead and get our stats here. So you're going to get rolls, if you never played this game, you get rolls for all of your stats every level up. They're randomized, but you do have these stars that are going to kind of buff you in a certain area. Now, from what I've seen of other people play this, something that's going to really matter to us is resolve. We're here by ourselves. We get surrounded. Every time you get extra people around you, there's a chance of a morale check. And how likely you're going to pass the morale check is your resolve. And I've seen it happen where somebody that was playing a lone wolf round got completely surrounded, failed every morale check, and ended up fleeing. And you can only recover from a fleeing state if you actually are able to separate yourself and get some time to calm down. And because he was completely surrounded, he couldn't do that, so the enemy just wailed on him and killed him. So we don't want that to happen, so we're going to try and prevent that. I think the stats I'm going to take here are going to be fatigue and resolve. Again, we're trying to get our resolve up. And then I'm definitely going to go with melee skill. I would have liked to go melee defense, but I can't really swing that at the moment. Let's go ahead and do our next little stat up. Okay, we got another good fatigue roll, which I probably will take. We will absolutely need fatigue because of the nature of the heavy armor that we have. So definitely taking that one. It's a +4. Gonna take this +3. Gonna take the +3 here too, I think. I'm not really concerned about initiative. With as heavy of armor as we're gonna I should say. We're going to be going last probably every round in the early stages anyway, so not really concerned about that. Okay, that was level 2. This may be our last level up here. Okay, so another +3 there. I'm going to take the resolve. I'm going to take the fatigue because it's a +5. That's a really good roll. Ideally, I would also be taking hit points, but we want to maximize our potential here. I'm really tempted to take the melee skill. The ranged defense is tempting, though, because it's a good roll. But hitting our targets is going to be important early on. Okay, so that was all our level ups. At least at this point. I mean, obviously we can get more later. Okay, so for me, when I do a two-handed guy, I always pick Colossus. And this will help us. Not only will it make us not have injuries as often, but it's going to give us an extra buff to our health, which already starts pretty good. So I'm going to definitely take that. We're going to then take... Now, I could take Student. That would be a good one. So we're up to 87 hit points here. We've got really good armor. I didn't go over the armor. So we've got Sellsword's armor, which is going to be 260 durability, and then we have a Bassinet with mail, which is 210. So this is really good armor to start off. And this is also a very good weapon to start off. So we will, you know, wreck guys in the early game. I think I'm between Steel Brow, which will make head hits not crit us, which will be nice for our survival, which is important for us, or Fortified Mind, which will up our resolve, which is something I'm already concerned about. I think this one we can double back on. I think the Steel Brow, for survivability's sake, is probably the smarter move. Yeah, I'm taking that. That's my standard when I have a two-handed weapon guy. Because you don't have a shield, you're not going to be able to protect yourself as well. So you got to up your hit points, you got to up your ability to sustain damage. Then I'm definitely taking Brawny because our fatigue is down. When I have a two-handed weapon, I like to have a fatigue of about 80, if I can help it. So what this is going to do is it's going to reduce the fatigue penalty of our armor by 25%, which is actually quite good because right now this is 32 and this is 13. You add those two together and then reduce that by 25%. So that's a big deal, and it will definitely help us. Other things we'll eventually we'll want Rally the Troops. That's because we're the clear case of our leader or sergeant, what have you. Fortified Mind is another one that's up there. We're going to want to have Sword Mastery probably on our next level up. That one's going to be the most likely thing I'm going to take next, but we'll see. I mean, Lone Wolf is another one. Hey, it's a Lone Wolf run. So we got a lot of things that would help us, but I think Brawny is going to be the biggest one. So we're at 77. We're pretty close to 80. That's not too bad. Another level up should get us where we need to be, in my mind. All right, so we're more or less ready to go. We've done all our level ups. We'll have to see how this goes. Now we start near a big town. We have 1250 in the bank, so we could definitely hire some men. But we need to get to a town that can give us some jobs. Let's take a look at the world, though. Okay, so we got the yellow and green kind of dragon motif down in the south. We got green and white. Looks like grapes to me. Up in the kind of central east area. And then we've got the, what is this, a dog? Dog with a crown, or is it a horse with a crown? I think it's a horse with a crown. I mean, we could get a bigger look at that here in a second. Oh, that's not the wrong. I want that one. It could be a cow, too. It's kind of hard to make out with the artwork. There. Oh, that's definitely a bull. What is wrong with me? That's not a crown. That's a bull, for sure. All right. So, yeah, and they're kind of in the north and the west. They're seemingly the biggest faction, although this guy is all the way over here, huh? I would say none of the houses necessarily has a clear advantage. Sometimes when you load into these maps, one faction will be like kind of small or like what have you. These guys, I'm thinking, are going to have a rough time. They're going to get, you know, this is definitely cut off. Is there any roads that goes there? There's no roads that gets into this town, so that's going to be an interesting town to get to. But yeah, they're going to be having their hands full up here. And then down here as well, so they're kind of sandwiched in between the two factions. So when the war starts, they're going to have a tough time. Although this town over here is kind of off by itself as well. So this is probably going to trade hands. And this is maybe going to trade hands, but it's kind of isolated. Maybe it won't. I think this faction up in the north is going to have the easiest time. Just because it doesn't really... I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, but that's my gut reaction. Okie dokie. Resources-wise, we just have a little bit of tools, a little bit of food. Why is my guy not responding? There we go. Let's go into town and see if there's anybody we can hire. Oh, hey, look at that. We could hire another hedge knight if we had 10,920 gold, which we don't have. An apprentice is worth picking up, because he'll level up fast. Apprentices get an experience buff. So, let's at least try him out. Okay, he doesn't have any bad traits, so I'll go ahead and pick him up. He doesn't have any weapons, though, so he's not going to be great until we get him something, but hey, it's not a bad pickup to get. Alright. Not sure I want to do anything else in this town. The prices are probably pretty terrible here. They sure seem to be. So we're just going our merry way. The apprentice was a good pickup, though, for us. Okay. It's quite possible we're going to have to handle this by ourselves for the most part. I'm actually curious, do we pay ourselves? Because we are having to pay, yeah, 10 crowns per day. The amount of money we have will last us quite a while. So our hedge knight does not get paid. I mean, other than the contracts we take. Okay. Well, we've got a hunter's cabin, so we could get a ranged dude here. Probably a good idea. Let's see if we get a contract, though. That'd be nice. We don't have any ammunition, so that's going to be a little bit of an issue. Okay, so we immediately have terrified villagers. We want to take care of that because otherwise dealing with this town is going to be rough. Is there any recruits here? None that I think was worth picking up. The monk is not really going to be up for a fight. I mean, we could get him for spiritual purposes, but not for fighting. I think we move on. We're going to have to be selective. So normally, when I play... top up my tea here while we talk. Normally, when I play Battle Brothers, I go with initially quantity over quality. So this is kind of taking me out of my normal stance on things, and we're having to go quality over quantity, and I'm really going to focus on that with this run. We're not going to have as many men, but I'm going to make sure that they're good men. So I'm going to hire... like, the Apprentice, I think, was an alright one to pick up, even though he's like a lower class, non-combat oriented fighter. But I'm going to try and get combat class guys when I can. Somebody that's going to have some combat skill, because the backgrounds really do matter. And normally speaking, I would just hire farmers and stuff like that, and just take the cheap stuff. But this is going to be a run where I go away from that. At least that's the idea. Alright, one thing I didn't look at was what this guy's stats were like. Okay, 52 is not terrible. His fatigue is meh. Defense is alright. His resolve is not great, but he's got a couple stars on it, so we could get that going. Maybe. Alright. Well, let's start with this contract, see what it is. Okay, so this looks like it's going to be find a thing mission. For the right price, we'll find it. I'm going to say we need to be paid more for it. He says no, 300 crowns. I accept the offer. Somewhere around the region, okay. It says some way to the southwest. We're going to say I need some time to think about it. Cryptic Morning, somewhere around the region of Dunspike. All right. Let's see where that is. It said southwest? Oh, okay. We may not know where that is because that's in the Fog of War, maybe? Pretty sure he said southwest. I could be mistaken, but yeah, it's probably over here somewhere. Alright, so that's not going to be high up on my list of things that we want to do. These tracks are ominous. Because traders and things are not going to go off into the woods like that, so those are probably brigands. So following that may be worthwhile. Let's see what the next one is. Okay, so this is going to be the thing that's probably going to deal with the terrified. So, the terrified villagers. So, looks like he's saying there's possibly grave robbers. That can actually be grave robbers, or it can be undead. I mean, honestly, it depends. Let's talk money. It's not bad money. 70 crowns in advance and 290 when the job is done. We need to be paid more for this, though. He does agree. We will accept the contract. I'm going to just straight up accept this one. I'd like to get a weapon of some type, if I can. So, it looks like this town's fairly well supplied, but the prices are probably going to be kind of awful. Yeah, I don't think I can afford any of this stuff. It's way, way too expensive. So that guy's going to have to go in with his bare hands, unfortunately. This is really going to have to depend upon my knight to get the job done. So, we're going to leave. Where do we need to go? Down that way. All right. Really, the guy, the apprentice, his job is just going to be to try and prevent them from surrounding my hedge knight. We may have a fight in the woods here. Or up on the hill. Now, honestly, the woods would be, fortunate for us because it would prevent them from using their numbers. It looks like we are going to get grave robbers here. Alright, let's get them. Can't see what they are yet. It looks like this is going to be open field combat, so not really what we wanted. Oh, I meant to up the volume. Let me do that. Seems a little quiet to me. Let's go master here. Hopefully that will be a little bit better. Alright. So they're all thugs. If we can get the high ground here, it'd be very good. I'm going to hold here. I don't think we're going to be able to prevent them, though, because these guys are going to have the ability to go before me on the initiative scale. Moving here would be a good idea, though. Like, if I move here and then I put my apprentice here, we'd force them to have to go uphill at least here. Although if I go here, I could do like a wider swing. I still think this is the right move. And then we'll go with the split. So we have 3 attacks. We've got the overhead strike, which is a plus 5% chance to hit the head. We've got the split, which will hit 2 guys in a row. And then we've got swing, which will hit 3 guys adjacent. So like 1, 2, 3. So split is the one that makes the most sense here. And we did manage to land 1. I really don't like our chances here. This guy held his action. I either can go here and attack and try and help my knight out, or I can go here, allow more of them to surround me, and just try and keep the numbers a little more level. Because I have a feeling this guy's going to die if I really get him involved. He doesn't have a weapon. Oh well. He's going to have to earn his keep. So 47, 42. Okay. This is very unwise, but hey, we got a punch off. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, he's already probably going to die. He's kind of just there as fodder. Oh no. That's not what we wanted. Yeah, I'm gonna move there. Going after the guy that's already been actually I changed my mind. This guy's definitely going down. I don't think there's anything we can do about that. I see, we just lost some morale. Yeah, see, this is the situation where we're really in trouble. From a morale standpoint. If we started running there, we'd be in trouble. I'm gonna do the swing here. We're gonna try and hit as many of these guys as we can. There we go. So we just killed 3 of them all at once. Unfortunately, that did not help our morale. Notice how fatigued we are, though. Okay. We shouldn't have any more morale effects. 54, 46. Okay. We may win this one. This is where we're really challenged here. Okay, they're running, which is perfect. We're gonna run them down. 51, 54. Another one dead. Okay. He's probably gonna get away. There's not really a whole lot I can do about that. Yeah. It's over. We made it past our first battle! Woo! But you saw how close that was. I was this close to fleeing. And the guy that was backing me up, he's gone. He may survive. He may. We'll see what his effect is, like what the effect of his injury is. We may have to just fire him, but... yeah, we're gonna end turn here. Actually, yeah. Oh, he's not running, huh? We're gonna give ourselves some opportunity to recover our fatigue. Seeing if he'll come in. Okay. I'm gonna hold. Now, he'll wear himself out doing that. I could also hew his shield down if I wanted to. It doesn't do a lot of damage, though. Let's just end turn. We'll let him wear himself out. Okay. There we go. There we go. Got him. Yeah, that guy died. I'm not too surprised. He got hacked to pieces. But we get a bunch of weapons now. Now, that's one of those situations, if I'd been able to afford the gear and stuff, I would have geared him up, and he probably would have survived a little bit better there, but oh well. Now we got plenty of weapons to equip future men with. And he served his purpose, which was keeping them off me for a little while. Okay. Let's go get our money. And in theory, we made more money in that contract than we lost money. Unless you keep in mind the tools that we're losing here. But the two-handed sword is a perfect weapon there. Like, it can really hew the bad guys down. So we get our money and they're no longer terrified. Which is lovely for us. That one contract we agreed to earlier is gone. I'm definitely not going to do a two-skull contract. Not at this stage of the game. But it is well worth camping. Which first off will allow us to repair our armor. Okay. But also we want to go into town. We do have... We just saved you guys! Why you gotta do this to me? Alright, so, let's see here. What's this other contract? Okay, brigand problem. I'm not sure if I can do this. I don't have the men. Like, I don't want to pick up a monk. Let's talk money. 440 crowns. Need to be paid more? 480. Shoot. So we got a very similar contract here to what we just did. Alright, we're gonna accept it. I accept this contract. We can take our time with it. But the problem is, now they have ambush trade routes, which has reduced what's in the store and driven up prices yet again. Now, we don't really need to buy anything from the store right now, but I definitely need men. Like, I need men. Like, there's no question about it. I cannot go in there by myself again. So, I kind of don't want to pick up a thief. I can't afford the militiaman. I would want him. Oof. I mean, he's going to have high resolve, but his stats are going to suck. Now, let's take a look at the monk. He's fearless, and he hates undead. Hey, that's appropriate for a monk, right? We're hiring him. Those are actually pretty good stats. Yeah, he's not a good combatant, but he's not terrible. But we're going to give him what armor we can. Give him a shield. We're going to make sure he survives. The best weapon I have to give him is going to be the short sword. Not necessarily ideal because of the fatigue. I like to have it about 75, but at this stage of the game, I'm willing to compromise a little to make him survive a little bit better. The fact that he has such good resolve is actually going to be great for me, because retreating is not going to be as much of an issue for my band in that regard. I'm probably going to sell this weapon because it's junk, but do we really want the thief? I'm going to say no. Okay. Where do we need to go? We need to go over there. Alright, I'm going to take my time with this one because we probably still haven't repaired our armor. Yeah, we're a long way off of repairing our armor. So, what we need to do is we need to get over ourselves time. And we need more men. So, we can approach this a couple different ways. I'm thinking we go back down to this town, which did have men to hire, although I don't think they'll be any different. Alternatively, we go kind of a long way. We come up here, we visit this town, we come down here, we visit this town, and then we come down this way and do our contract. That's a lot of dilly-dallying. But we kind of need to pick up men here, so... Okay, we have our ambition. We're not going to do that one because it's going to take me a while. I guess we can do a bond of friendship with the town. We're actually not bad off. I mean, losing the apprentice kind of sucks, but... No, we're not fighting these guys. I think it's too early still to fight them. If it was just thralls, I would do it, but a reaver in the mix, no thanks. That guy's sure chasing me, huh? Now, if we get the caravan in on this fight, I might do it. Is he still chasing me? Yeah, they're there. Let's wait for him. Let's see if he attacks the caravan. No, it's going straight for me. Oh, these barbarians... I don't know if the towns fight the barbarians. Like, if I'm perfectly honest. Alright, well, we have a town that's not freaking out, so that's good. What do we have in here? Beggar, terrible. Farmer... Farmers is going to be the best we can do. I just said I wanted quantity over quality. I mean, quality over quantity, that way. And I'm resorting to not that. But we'll try him out. If he's good, we'll take him. He's impatient, which is good, but he's fat. Which I don't like. So we're passing on him. I don't want a miner, so leave. I may have to fight these barbarians. Because they are on my ass right now. And they're way faster than I am. Shouldn't have waited for him. I kind of find it weird though that the barbarians don't get attacked by like the guards or like they don't attack caravans. They just go exclusively after you, the player character. Oh well, maybe we'll lose him in the dark. Yeah, Leo, I don't think guards fight the barbarians. I was watching somebody play, and the guards literally went right past the barbarians like they weren't there. We have to wait until morning. Now, again, this gives us time to repair our armor. Which I'm not sure what percent we're at. 55%. Wow, that armor takes a long time to repair. Do we still have tools? Yeah, we do. Alright, so we're not out of tools. Well, there's a lot of men here to hire. I'm going to buy the tools because we're going to need them. I know it's kind of a premium right now. We're going to sell this because I don't really want it. Alright, who can we hire? Gambler, cripple, no thanks. Sword master, too expensive. Shepherd. Deserter, not taking. Okay, a caravan hand may be worth it. Because they have at least some combat. Oh no, the brawler. We'll take the brawler. Fearless. Oh yeah, those are good stats. Alright, hire. I may also take the caravan hand as long as he's not terrible. He is athletic. Okay, that's not bad. Builds up 2 less fatigue for each tile traveled. That's a good thing. So we'll hire him as well. Alright, so that's a good base of men to at least give me some protection. Alright. So Monk, I know I gave you a bunch of weapons because you were the only man I had at the time, but you're actually not going to be the highest priority for me to save. Okay, so the brawler is probably going to be the... Ooh, no, you're pretty good, huh? Okay. The way I'm going to do this... You are going to get your monk thing back on. You're going to be the one that gets the better protection because you're our best man at the moment. Drop that. You can go ahead and pick up this buckler, though. Bucklers are good. I'm going to keep you with a sword because it's the most accurate weapon we could give the guy. Shield. I guess the hatchet would be the best damage weapon. And that would take advantage of this guy's pretty good attack skill. And then you will get this, because you're going to be our next best attacker. This is going to be our next best damaging weapon as well. So, go with that, get your buckler, and get yourself a short sword. Alright, so we got ourselves a little band of men. I guess it doesn't really matter for the formation. Actually, let's put... yeah, like that. And the leather wraps, I don't know. I mean, we could sell that. It's not like we get a better outfit and it looks like crap. Okay, there isn't really anyone else here that's worth picking up. Unless we pick up the shepherd. Because he's a ranged combatant. Which we could use. You know what? Let's try him out. He is insecure. That's not a big deal if he's a backliner. I'm hiring him anyway. Okay. Let's, now we're kind of low on money, so we cannot mess around too much here. You're going to be in the back line. Let's put you here. And this is better than that, so you get an upgrade there. Let's take your hat off and give it to our frontline dude, the monk. Wow, you're actually worse at range combat than you would think, huh? The monk is actually not bad at range combat. Alright, monk, you're going to have a change of role. That goes there. This goes there. You get that. You get this. You get this. You get this. Alright, that's actually... as much as we hired the shepherd to be a range combatant, the monk is going to be better than he is. As a matter of fact, he's the best range skill guy we have. Not good at it, but better than our other men. Okay, well, it's a start. I'm definitely going to sell the sackcloth because that's the complete garbage outfit. And in some towns, it's not even going to be worth anything. We still don't pay a lot per day, but our food's not going to last too long. So we should probably pick up some food. This is kind of high prices, but we don't really have a choice. Alright, let's get out of here. So we just need to go and complete this contract. 480 gold is going to set us up pretty nicely. And we have 5 men. That's not bad. You know, honestly, I probably should have taken the 12-men thing. But we could come back to... which town was it that we were doing jobs for? This one? We could probably get it up to a friendly... what do we need? Friendly status? Yeah, friendly status pretty quickly. I mean, they had a lot of contracts. And we can't underestimate the skill of our Hedge Knight. At this stage of the game, if we're fighting just thugs, he is gonna wreck house. Now that we have backup, we can get some dire wolves in here. It might be a little bit of a nice distraction here. I'm gonna follow these tracks a bit, but not go too far out of my way. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're gonna get what we want. That's fine. Let's come out into the open here. Now, we definitely want to fight them at the day. What's our armor looking like? 68%. Okay. It's better than nothing. It's still going to be more than these guys are going to be able to handle. Alright. I think we've gotten past the scary part of this campaign. Alright, we will be fighting in the woods. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. I'm not too worried about fighting in the woods. Let's hold, but I have a feeling they're going to come to me, and I'm going to want to take this high ground if I can. Yeah, here they come. Let's just back up right now. So my Hedge Knight's going to be there. This guy will be here. And then, yeah, we'll kind of just go that way. The monk I'll put up on this high ground to give him a little bit better chance to hit stuff. They do outnumber me, but not by a lot. Okay, you're going to go here. Now, the thing to keep in mind, this is a forest, so some ground is going to be a little bit more cost to go over. So we have to keep in mind, it takes 6 to do any of our attacks with our Hedge Knight. So I usually am going to only be able to move 1 space. Okay, you're going to move up here, which means you're not going to get any attacks this turn, but that's fine. Then you're going to hunker down here. Got our backs to the woods, which is nice. As a matter of fact, I'm going to turn down the trees so we can see a little bit better. Okay, let's continue holding here. I'm a little worried about our flank over here, because they're going to hit that hard. Let's continue to hold here. The moment I'm thinking about shooting this way. I think we need to wait for them, because again, the ground is going to be more action points than it normally is, so they're not going to be able to get in and get an attack on me next turn. So we can take advantage of that. Let's keep our fatigue low and make sure that their fatigue gets exhausted as they move in. Okay, who's our best chance? 26, 26, 31. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, not bad with her 31% chance. Oh, wow, he hit him twice. Okay, we'll wait for him. Now they're probably... Oh, no, he didn't hold his turn. All right. Alright, I'd imagine this guy's now our best chance to hit. Sure is. He ended his turn, though. Oh, no, actually, no, this guy's going to be our easiest one. Yeah, let's go after him. We're actually getting pretty good hits here, despite our not that high chance to hit. Okay. First engagement. I feel like we're better off just kind of sitting back here. Let's try and murder this guy. He's dead. Now they will be able to attack me next turn. Not a whole lot I can do about that. Not sure if I should move in and meet them, or wait for them to come to me. Okay. Like, for example, I could move forward and then shield wall to try and protect myself. No, keep this guy off this guy, so this guy will be the only one that can attack that guy. You see the strategy there? I'm gonna do it. Alright. So I can step up here and attack this guy. And kill him. So we've already hurt these guys' morale pretty good. Try to get the kill here. Yeah, okay, that worked perfectly. Move in. Ah, they stunned my guy. See, that's the thing that we really don't want to have happen. Trying to hit this guy. Try and finish this guy off. See if they can get stuns off on my dude. It's pretty devastating to me because he's my main guy. I mean, my main damage dealer. As far as the riposte, I believe is how you pronounce that, the defensive thing. I usually don't do that. I prefer the offense over the defense. I mean, it's very situational. It's very fatiguing. And oftentimes when you do it, the enemy just doesn't attack you in response. I mean, I wouldn't attack into that either if I can avoid it, and I oftentimes do. There's also ways of breaking it. It's actually fairly easy to break if you have it set up right. All you have to do is shield bash them. If you knock them back, it breaks that defense. You know, it's a little fiddly because you do have to move around to take advantage of it, but it's a clear-cut way of dealing with it. Okay, we're not out of the woods yet. We still have a guy with a dagger over here that could be dangerous. Let's try and eliminate this guy so we don't get stunned anymore. Move down and try and affect his morale, maybe? Now we'll hold. Yeah, but shield wall will prevent you from getting hit. Riposte doesn't prevent you from getting hit. It's situational and they have to miss you. So if they hit you, it doesn't do anything. So, I don't know. I just don't like it. It has its place, sure. I just don't like it. We have to get into a position to be able to attack here. As a matter of fact, let's hold. Let's see if we can get this kill. We didn't. Which is fine. Let's hold because we could potentially move. Okay. We got him to flee. Now we can move up. Hit him with a rock. Excellent. You're going to move down this way. What I get what you're saying, Leo, is if you put up a spear wall, the enemy's going to avoid you. If you put up a shield wall, they're not going to attack you. But there's situations where a shield wall, in my opinion, is more useful than the riposte is. But that's just my strategy. I'm sure there's people that prefer that ability and feel it is fine. Yeah, I probably should have just come down this way. But oh, he bled out. See if we can finish him. Yeah, our monk actually did a really good job despite not having the best range skill. Alright, let's get all our loot. These first two battles were not bad as far as the loot is concerned. Alright. No level ups, unfortunately. This is the best armor we have, though, so no reason to really change that. Well, again, like undead, I would much. You have a point there, but with undead, I'd much prefer spear wall. If I have spears, obviously, if I have swords, then that's a moot point. But okay, but we didn't get any better weaponry. This is more weaponry we're going to hold on to for somebody else. Although we do need to give this guy a dagger. That'd be a good idea. But armor-wise, you're 84. You're 93. Okay. So you're our best attacker, so you should get the best armor. If we can afford to give it to you. If I do that, though, I can't give you the best shield, can I? Alright, I'll do that because you know, it is what it is. Okay, that's not bad. This is actually really good gear for this early in the game. And then you can have better outfit as well. More than likely, I'll end up swapping that shirt out if we get something better, but right now, with our 5-man team, it will work just fine. We got some extra food as well, which is nice. Okie dokie. Let's get back to the town that hired us, which is over here, actually. Do we want to go around this way and then go up that way? Nah, let's just go... Let's go straight this way until we get to the road. Although I don't like going in the woods at night. It's usually a bad idea. Because your vision is almost non-existent. But yeah, I think we got past the tough part of this campaign. Is really, you just have to survive your first couple battles. Get enough men going that you're not really all alone. much as it's called Lone Wolf. And then in the early stage of the game, the Hedge Knight is just going to be able to lay into guys and destroy them. Whoa, hello. We don't want to fight that. If I can avoid it, I'm going to. That's too many men and too good a men for us at this stage. I think my Hedge Knight might be able to do it, and we may be able to get out of it, but we definitely are going to lose men. The problem is, the way I want to go is up that way, and they're kind of in the way. So, how do we get rid of them? Shoot. We don't have really a lot of money to dilly-dally, too. Crap. I really think it would be a bad idea to fight these guys. There may be guards that would help us, but I am not guaranteed on that. Screw it. They might catch us, but we're going to loop around here. Go through here. Go up that way. Okay, they broke. Annoying, but... You can retreat from battle if you initiate it. Well, you can retreat from battle in any circumstance, yes, but you have to physically do it with your men. You gotta be joking. Well, we can take this fight. Clearly a bandit camp somewhere around there. Okay, this is one of the problems that happens sometimes when you're in the woods, is your formation gets broken. I think in particular if they attack you. So we just need to bring our formation back together. I don't think they're going to be able to catch me. As a matter of fact, this is a good choke point here. So I'll put you here. No, put you here. Wait. You're going to move here. Wait. You're going to start moving up this way. You're going to start moving up this way. I mean, honestly, this is the ultimate choke point. Right there. Our Hedge Knight could sit in there and just wreck guys, but... Okay. I'm gonna go here with the Hedge Knight. Because ideally he could lock down this choke point and up here. I'm a little concerned though, it looks like they're going around this way. Which we don't have enough manpower to lock that side down too. Oh well. You're just gonna sit tight. And you are gonna throw a rock at this dude. Didn't work, but we have unlimited ammunition. Okay. You're gonna fall in line here. I'm gonna hold in case we want to move around a bit, but... Okay. This guy's job is just to hold the back line here until we clear the front. I mean, honestly, our front maybe should be over here, but... It'll take them time to get over here. Very conservative move. That kind of pisses me off. We're gonna have no chance in hell of hitting him. I'm just gonna pepper him here. Alright, we can't really afford to wait around. So I'm just gonna move in. This is where I could push him and break his shield wall, but I don't want to do that because he'll just put it back up. And secondly, I don't have a follow-up. And thirdly, I'll put him here where he's got a nice bottleneck. So we'll just contain him here. Okay. We need to start moving this way. Because that just happened. Alright. Good, we cut him down. We need to start moving back to a spot where we can protect. You're going to smack this guy in the face with rocks, please. Okay, well, at least you hit him once. Okay, we cannot block our knight, so ideally we want to move like this. Yeah, see, this guy's starting to be a little bit of a concern. Let's tie him up and shield wall. Protect ourselves. Okay, you're gonna come in here and kill this guy, please. Thank you. Now, ideally, we'd move in here and help, but we want to wait. We want to wait. Okay. Shield wall for sure. Protect ourselves. And then slash. Okay. Fortunately, we missed. Let's move here. This is the most well-defended spot. Then hit this guy. He's going to be the easiest hit. Missed, but that's okay. Thankfully, he missed. Okay. So we got this area locked down. I'm going to lock it down further with my Hedge Knight. They will not be able to get past him, and we can use things like split and hit multiple guys. And we'll use the other men here to lock down this direction and help out. Alright, and we may be able to bottleneck if we can get this guy around. Which we just did. Excellent. Okay, that guy's dead. This guy's gonna run, so we're doing really well here. Can't move in there. Don't have enough action points. The Golden Dag is kinda good. It has two different attacks. It has a spear attack, which has the standard bonus of a spear weapon, so pretty high chance to hit. It does alright damage. And then it has another attack, which is the bash attack, because it counts as a spear and a mace. And the bash attack has a stun on it, which can be good. Stuns are always good for control. It has less chance to hit, though, but it is what it is. Okay, and then shield wall to try and protect, because we don't want that to happen. We're going to keep hitting him in the face with rocks if we can. This is where we need to get him to have a little bit better attack value. Shield wall to protect. Cut this guy down, and then follow. Okay. I think they can get through here. I kind of don't want to move up, because this guy will be able to come in and hit me, so I'm just going to hold. Make him come up to me. There we go. Do we get greedy here and try and kill him? Nah. So far, he hasn't been able to hit us. Ah. Too fatigued to do anything here. Now we can get greedy. We're too tired to put up much of a... Oh, there was a dude here. Alright. So that guy may be able to run away, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to stop him. Let's see if we can get the kill here. Excellent. Yeah, I was a little afraid of that. That's why I held back. We need to give the bandage to our dude here. That's okay. I think we'll survive, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, he's dead. We don't have a shot at the moment. I'm just going to circle. Yeah. Fortunately, we're very fatigued. At least some of my men are. He's dead. I'm just going to say it's over because I'm not probably going to catch that guy anyway. There we go. Everybody just leveled up. We did take an injury here, pierced cheek. It's bad, but it heals fast, so it's not that big of a deal. And we got some good armor, too. So it was kind of a nice bonus combat for us. It got us a bunch of level ups, which is nice. And on top of that, we got some good gear here. In particular, the better armor, which this guy can already kind of use. But let's do our level up certs. Let's start left to right here. Okay, so first you. Good defensive rolls. I like that. We'll probably take both of those. And then maybe the fatigue roll. Although resolve could help, could benefit. We could benefit from some resolve here. I feel like though with a star we could definitely get a better roll. So I may hold off there. I think we take the fatigue because it's going to be a more lasting thing, and you're not going to get a +4 every day. So let's take that. Okay. And really, I think I'm just going to go with. I know I do it a lot, but I'm going to do a shield wall here. And I think one of the best things you can get for a shield wall is either A, recover, as we saw fatigue was an issue in that last fight, or you go with fast adaptation. This is the more general ability that a lot of different setups can benefit from. Like, for example, my monk, using the, well, honestly, whoever I use to be my range guy may not be the monk in the future, but if it were to be the monk, fast adaptation works great for him because every time he misses, the next time is a little bit better. Next time is a little bit better. The next time is a little bit better until he hits something. So I always like fast adaptation. Colossus is great, in my opinion, if you're running a two-handed guy, which is why I gave Colossus here. I feel like the shield is your hit points. It's not really, but, you know, that's the way I play. The shield in your armor is what keeps you alive. Anyway, this guy has junk hit points to begin with. So yeah, I'm going fast adaptation here. I think it's going to be the best ability for us on the beginning stage of the game. And we can morph this guy into any form that we see fit. Whether it be throwing weapons, because he had 40 range, and we could go that way. Whether it be just stabbing stuff, any of that stuff, fast adaptation works for. The great thing about throwing weapons, like let's say you do throwing weapons and then you switch to your melee weapon when you're out, because you only get 5 of those. The throwing weapons give you buffs to your melee attacks too, because that's how fast adaptation works. So you can throw a javelin, switch to a melee, and you have that plus 8% for that too. It's any attack. It doesn't matter if it's the same attack, like the same weapon, I should say. Okay, so here, let's see what we get. Okay. So again, good defensive rolls. So I feel like I'm compelled to take those. And then we also got a good fatigue roll, which makes me also compelled to take that. So pretty easy picks here. You know, to be totally honest with you, Leo, what stage do I decide what weapon somebody's going to use? It really depends upon what their stats are and what I need. So if they have pretty good attack value, and I'm saying upper 50s, like 60s or better in the early stage of the game, I'm going to lean towards axes and maces and things like that that don't have an attack bonus, because they have the attack value that will mitigate the fact that they don't have the weapon doesn't give them a bonus. So you can take advantage of like the stuns from a mace. Things like that. The axes you can use on Shrats, great for them. Any shields you have, you can knock those out. You know, so it depends on what you want to do. But that's usually my stance. If they are somebody that does not have a very good attack value, I tend to go for spears and swords to make up for it. And if there's somebody that has a better attack value, I tend to go for utility weapons to give me abilities that are nice, like, again, stuns. You have to keep in mind, though, stuns don't affect all things. You're not going to be able to stun undead. You're not going to be able to stun an orc warrior. I don't think they're susceptible to stun. You're not going to be able to stun a what is it, on hold? Can't stun an unhold, you know, so on and so forth. So axes are pretty good, just general weapon. As the, well, not everything has a shield though, so it depends. It's situational. All right, that's enough blabbering. Let's get that and then that. I'm leaning towards fast adaptation here too. I just think that fast adaptation and recover are by far and away two of the best abilities in this front line. Some of these other things can be useful, but they don't have the same use as fast adaptation. I like hitting things. I think any turn-based tactics game like this, hitting your opponent oftentimes is more important than any other factor. At least to me. I don't like the fact of having ungodly amounts of damage but never being able to land it. I'd rather pick somebody apart consistently than every once in a while hit somebody really hard. That's just the way I play. If you like it the other way, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It just, I don't like it. Because it's depending too much on a chance. I like it to be more of a sure thing. There's never a sure thing in this game, but I don't like 9 lives because it's only usable if somebody gets dropped. And if somebody gets dropped, you're not doing your job. That's how I feel it is. And you're going to get that permanent malice when you get dropped, no matter what. This doesn't prevent that. So 9 lives is a wasted ability, in my opinion. Adrenaline going first in initiative, I don't care. There's tactical reasons why you want to go later. So there are times when going first is a good thing, but it's not important. I never emphasize initiative unless I'm, you know, focusing on abilities that benefit from that. Like, for example, Overwhelm. And again, I'm never going to get adrenaline for that. I just have the guy have not as much armor, and I focus on his initiative when I'm leveling him up. Because he's a ranged combatant or he's a second-line guy. So it's easy to level a guy that way. Recover, only good for frontline guys that are tanks, because you're using things like shield wall, spear wall. That's very fatiguing. Recover is important in that regard. Although it can be used full in other ways too. Student, you get faster level ups. That's good. So that's a good ability. Pathfinder, although it sounds useful, the problem is only some guys are going to have it and some guys aren't. So in my mind, formation is always key. Keeping your men together is always key. So unless you give every single one of your men Pathfinder, this is not that great of an ability. Going off by your own just gets you killed. Bags and belts is useful for archers in particular, because you oftentimes want to have more than one quiver of arrows. So that's a useful ability. Would I take it as my first trait? No. 9 lives, I already said. I think it's useless. Colossus I use for two-handed guys because I just like to give them more survivability. They don't have a shield, so they're going to be getting hit more often. Crippling strikes can be good for your backline guys because injuries are always a good thing, but it's not the first ability I would take. That's my rundown of all the traits in the first row. Well, anyway, let's just go fast adaptation here. I'm going to be going more offensive oriented. If I was going more defensive oriented, I'd go recover, no doubt about it. Okay. Definitely taking the attack value here. Not every day you get that. This guy's so good in melee, as much as he is a star in range combat. I don't know if I'm going to go that way. I think instead I'm going to take the fatigue and the resolve here. Because those are good rolls. And you can't have your characters be good at everything. You have to pick something. That's one thing you have to decide on early on in the game. Whatever direction you go in, you have to stick with it. I know the rolls might not go your way in the future, but you just have to go away, and you can't go back and forth because you're wasting your perks, you're wasting your rolls, in my opinion. So you just have to, you know, when a roll is good, take advantage of it, but sometimes you can go a couple different ways. But oftentimes it's best to specialize. That's just my opinion. And of the traits that I find the most important, without a doubt, fatigue, if you're talking about a frontline guy, without a doubt, fatigue. Defense would be another thing. Attack value, whether it be ranged or melee, depending on where they are in the lineup. Pretty good as well. secondary concerns for me are hit points, resolve, and initiative. The reason why, resolve is pretty important, but again, it only comes into play when you are doing badly. There are things later on in the game, like ghosts and what have you, they're going to cause you to have resolve checks. Yeah, but that's later in the game. Initiative only really matters if you have synergy with other abilities like Overwhelm. Otherwise, I don't care. I don't care what time in the order I go. What I care about is that my men can survive and they can do damage. That's what I care about. So initiative, don't care. Hit points, it matters, but again, shield and armor is what's going to protect you. You don't want to get hit, A, so shield's more important. So that's why your defense skill comes in. And then your armor's going to take damage over your hit points. So you got too many things to focus on. The hit points become a secondary concern. I'd like to have higher hit points, sure, but when it comes down to it, I've got other concerns. Fatigue allows me to have better equipment and better armor. Better armor is going to keep me alive. Being able to have a shield is going to keep me alive. Those things drain your fatigue. You have to have better fatigue. It's just the way things go. And if you're fatigued in a battle, you're not going to be able to do anything. And having a turn where you can't do something is a wasted turn. So that's my philosophy in this game. So yeah, I'm taking resolve here. Even though it's, for me, it's a secondary thing. His resolve's bad enough and it's a good enough roll, then I'm going to do it. Only when I have really good rolls am I going to do secondary things. In this case, I could have done initiative, but for a frontline guy, initiative is completely, I don't care. So I hope I explained myself well there. Now, that's my philosophy. You can have a different philosophy, and I'm not saying you're wrong if you do. It's just the way I play. And again, we're going more offensive-oriented. Did my stream drop for a second? Not to me, but maybe. And I don't watch my bitrate the whole time. It looks okay to me, though. Okay. So we went pretty uniform here. If you go fast adaptation, it can give you the ability to go different ways if you want to. That's the most fluid ability. If I'm going to point to any one ability, that's not going to screw you down the line. If you take Colossus and then being a two-handed weapon guy doesn't work out for you, I would not take fast adaptation on a two-handed weapon guy. And the reason why I wouldn't is because they don't get enough attacks to benefit it. Maybe down the road you can take it, but it's more benefit of one-handed weapons because the action points involved, you can get 2 attacks off in a turn, so you can get that bonus more often. Whereas with the two-handed weapon guy, he only gets 1 attack a turn usually. There's ways you can swing that to get more, but it's pretty circumstantial, and you have to have the right abilities to do it. So it requires synergy. And the abilities that are synergy with that anyway require you to kill a dude. So you have to land in the first place anyway. So there you have it. All right. Here, we didn't roll well on the range skill, but I'm going to take it anyway. I am going to take the range defense because it will matter down the road. And then I'm definitely taking initiative. So this guy's kind of an unlikely archer. Maybe not the best option for us, but he's not a good melee guy either. So we're just making do really here. And then again, fast adaptation for us. Every time he misses, it still benefits us. Okay. And then that was a lot of, explaining myself there. But a lot of this game is strategy. I've heard a lot of people... I'm going to go on a rant here. For those of you watching this on YouTube, I apologize for this rant, but I'm going to go on a rant here. And I'm going to pause it for this rant. The rant I have is and this is coming from a point of bias. I really like this game, and it's one of my favorite games. But I oftentimes hear this compared to XCOM, and a general consensus of XCOM is that the RNG is kind of BS in that game. And I agree with that, and the reason why I agree with that is because the numbers that are shown to you are complete crap. They don't mean anything. You can have a 95% chance to hit and miss over and over again. Now I know, as far as probability goes, there's always a chance you miss, even with a 95% chance to hit. But it seems like in XCOM, 95% chances to hit are not really 95% chances to hit. And when an enemy fires on you and they only have like a 20% chance to hit and they hit you over and over again, they don't really have a 20% chance to hit. You know, it's that kind of thing. The numbers lie to you. They don't really say what they are. This game, I don't feel lies to you. When it says you have a 70% chance to hit, you have a 70% chance to hit. There's not that level of things. But obviously, there's still probability that plays into it. But I think the problem that a lot of people say when they say that this game is RNG bullcrap is they don't realize that there's a lot of strategy to this game and there's ways to overcome the RNG. And the other side of it is it's the beginning levels of the game if you go with a certain build. If you pick up farmers and shepherds and guys that are non-combat roles, you know, brawler, Caravan Hand, kind of a little bit of an exception there because these are combat backgrounds. But a monk is not a combatant, and he has the skills to show it. If you take this guy into melee combat, he's going to suck. He's a monk. He's not trained for fighting. You're not going to have him be a warrior at level 1. You have to level him up to get him there. So if you go in the early stages of the game and you only are buying the cheap guys, you're buying farmers, monks, whatever you can find, they're not going to be very good warriors, and they're going to suck. And if you don't equip them properly, they're going to suck. You have to equip them right. And you have to have the right strategy to get them to survive. And you have to level them up to get them to be good. So that's the understanding. I don't think this game has RNG bullcrap. I mean, there's going to be times where you're going to curse because you didn't land a shot that you should have in your mind. But I think this game's fair in its probabilities and its RNG, if you will say. And there's ways to get around it. So this is how you get around it. First off, shields are paramount. If you have a guy that is a non-combat background, he will not have very good defense skill. He will get hit if you do not give him a shield, and he will get murdered. Because damage in this game is severe, and you will not have very good armor to start off. The guy will get murdered. This guy here, this is pretty good starting armor, but it's not very good armor. He will die if he gets hit. It'll take a few hits, and he'll be dead. You need to prevent getting hit. That is why you use shields. Shields are very important. Some people may say shield walls are boring, but they're very effective. You get plus 15 defense, both melee and ranged. That's very good. And on top of that, you can use shield wall to give you a further 15 for both things. That is huge. Especially when I remove this shield, and the guy only has a 9 and a 5. And this guy has a combat background. Let's look at somebody that doesn't have a combat background, like a shepherd, 5 and 3. You oftentimes will have guys, let's look at the monk, 0 melee defense. That's common for a non-combat background. This guy's going to get hit. The shield will help you a lot. Now, another thing that's important, if you have a guy like the shepherd, right? Not the shepherd, the monk, and you need him to be in melee, use the appropriate weapons. Spears. Now, it won't say this on the card here when you're looking at it, but if you equip your guy and you read the attack, he has a plus 20% bonus to attack with a spear. Spears are your friend. If you have a guy that's not very good in combat, spear, shield. It will make him so much better. Very important. So you can play to the strengths of your men, or the lack of strengths of your men. So, a lot of this game is strategy and setting up your men right. And I'm just saying, for a lot of people that don't like this game, and the reason why they don't like this game is they point to RNG. And a lot of it is because they come into the game inexperienced, they don't understand the strategy yet. The game doesn't really hand this stuff out either. And they don't know how to build up their squad. They don't, and this isn't a criticism against them, they don't know, have the experience. They don't realize how important protecting your men from getting hit is, or having bonuses to attack. Another one is swords. Swords are great because they also give you a bonus to hit, plus 10%. Great. That even applies to two-handed weapons. Plus 5% chance to hit with a sword. If I put in the Godendag, when this was asked, how good is a Godendag? So the damage 45, 75. It's not going to be as good as a longsword, but longsword's a really good weapon, and this is not going to be a weapon you're going to have starting normally. But if we equip this guy, plus 20% chance to hit. Because it's a spear weapon. Again, remember, spears have a bonus to hit. But the club attack, which is a mace, has no bonus. Because it's a clubbing attack. If we go and look at an axe has no bonus to hit. So if you equip your guys with axes and clubs and cleavers, they will get no bonus to hit. And if they do not have a good attack value, they won't hit crap. So, and plus 20% is a huge deal. It's a huge deal. So, okay, that's my rant out of the way, but I just want to point out there's plenty of ways that you can set up your squad and use proper strategy and do a lot better in this game. And it's not RNG. If you can defeat it with it's not bad RNG if you can defeat it with good strategy. That's a sign of a good game versus a bad game with RNG. If you do everything in your power and the RNG is still against you, that's bad RNG. If you can mitigate the problems with RNG, that's good RNG. And that's why I like this game. Because you can do things about the RNG. You can make your survival chances better with proper strategy and proper equipment. Okay, that's a rant out of the way. Let's move on. Okay, so we get our money and they no longer have the ambush trade routes. Finally, we have a town with no issues. Okay, let's get in here. First thing we're going to do, now there are 2 skull contracts, which I may do, because I think we're ready for them. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to sell weapons I have no intention of using. Probably going to sell the Golden Deck. Because I'm probably not going to rock too many 2-handed weapons outside of my Hedge Knight. He will go the 2-handed way all the way, but what else do we want to get rid of? I mean, honestly, we have a lot more weapons than we need at this stage. I'll probably hang on to it. Let's really quickly equip our men properly here, though. You're pretty much our best man outside of this guy. This guy doesn't have the best fatigue, though, but we can ramp up his defense a bit. But this guy's the best guy as far as fatigue goes, so we can up his defense. Let's do that. And then I'm going to try and get better head protection in the shops here as well, if I can. You now have the ability to get yourself a better shield. So we'll do so. Okay, we'll hold on to this stuff for now. Let's see in the shops. I'm looking for... I mean, if we have no choice, I'll take this. But I would have liked to step higher. Looks like we don't have a choice in this regard. It's still being sold for quite a bit of a premium, but we can't really go too much further without proper head protection here. So, there we go. And he's right at that 75 level that I like to see. This is better than a headscarf, so we'll put it there. And then there you go. Now we leveled everybody up. A little bit. Tad bit. Farmer hat is not ideal, though. Well, honestly, neither is this, but we'll get there. Okay. So we've done that. What we need to do now is look at hiring more men, potentially, although we do not have a lot of money to do this. Honestly, I'm thinking the best course of action is just move on. Because I don't think we're going to find anybody that's particularly good here that we can afford. We don't have that much money. Let's see what the 2 skull contracts are. And I hope that discussion there made sense to you guys. Again, it comes from a place of bias because I really like this game, but... Okay, we've got a travel contract. We're going to this location. It's a couple days away. They will pay for my food, so there is an advantage to doing that. We will ask for more money, which he does do. We will accept the contract, and I'll say I need some time to think about it because we want to see what the other contract is. Okay, so this is another travel contract, but this one won't pay for our food. 400 crowns, so this pays less. We need to be paid more. He says no. Oh, it's going to the same place. Isn't that lovely? I don't think you can accept... No, you can't accept it. That would be nice if you could accept both contracts, but I'm going to say we need time to think about it. We're definitely doing this one. Because it's the same location, and this one pays for our food and it's higher paying. So I think that's a clear winner. Now, why is it a 2-skull contract? It's based off the distance, not who you're going to face. Okay. Well, buying food, probably not necessary now, and prices here are kind of bad, so I'm going to go ahead and sell the golden dag, and we'll sell this, because it's kind of beat up. We'll sell this one cleaver. And then, yeah, I'm going to sell the golden dag. I'm tempted not to, though. We'll hold on to it. We don't need to sell anything right now. What I do want to do is I want to give this guy better protection, because we have it. And then, secondly, I want to give him the bandage. Because it makes a heck of a lot more sense for a guy in the back line to have a bandage than a guy in the front line. Because you can't, you're tied up in combat, you can't use bandages. So, the range guy is going to have more freedom in that regard. All right. Away we go. Ooh, we have an event. While the caravan stops to fix a wagon wheel, an axle snaps and slams a wagon into... Oh, I've seen this before. A bunch of gems spilled out. We're a knight. We're honorable. We're not gonna... As much as we're a hedge knight and we're lordless and landless, we have a sense of chivalry and honor. So we're not going to take money from our employer. We don't want to build up a bad rep and betray our employer. Oh, barbarians are going to fight us. Barbarians seem to be pretty quick. Okay. Well, we have some height advantage, possibly. Let's wait. Ooh, we got a Reaver. Oof. I think the right move is to move in and get on him. Because he's got throwing axes that we'd prefer him not to use. But let's continue to hold here. Are these all Reavers? Oh, no. This is bad. Well, I can go here and then there. I'm a little concerned this guy's well-being, though. No, that wouldn't work, because we'd have to go back downhill. Let's have him hold. We'll have this guy go here. I don't like it. Hold. Oh, he hit both of them. That's good. I'm a bit concerned. Okay, so they're going to go first next turn because they're using adrenaline, which is bad for me. I probably should have shield walled that guy. This is going to hurt. I have a feeling this guy's going to go down. I'm trying my best here. Oh my god. This is just wrecking us. We really did not want to fight Reavers here. This is far too tough for us. And our caravan hand buddies are not really helping us right now. Oh my god. And he's fleeing, so he's just gonna run. We're gonna lose every man here. Oh, thankfully he got out of there. Now this guy has high ground advantage on us. We're gonna lose. Hey, what's over there? Didn't happen. We're gonna have to do the fight over again, but... That wasn't bad RNG, Leo. That wasn't bad RNG. That was just a bad situation. These guys are really tough. We don't really want to be fighting them. Part of me says run away, but I also don't want to get surrounded here. I mean, we were landing blows. This is probably going to go against me again. I'm going to sure do my best. Now, I want to attack here. I want to attack this guy, but I really cannot. Because what he's going to do is he has the quick hands ability, so he can change his weapon right away. Normally speaking, guys don't have quick hands, so they're going to have to spend 4 action points to change their weapon. And then they're not, you know, they're only going to have 1 or maybe not even any, depending on what type of weapon they have. Attack. He has to change weapons because I'm up in his face. He can't use a ranged attack when I'm up in his face. But he has quick hands, so it doesn't cost him any action points to do that. And then he just used adrenaline, which so we know he's going to go first next turn. I think the smart thing here to do is shield wall up. Our caravan buddies aren't helping us this time. We needed to land these blows. That was actually good. The fact that they're not landing these blows. But if they bash the shields out from our hands, then that's not good. Gonna try and live here. Okay, you really need to hit this attack. Okay, we hit with one of them. We have to survive one more round of this. Oh, come on. That's not good, but we're still there. Oof. I may need to run away. I tried. Good, we killed one. On the upside, they're tiring themselves out. So, we're gonna live a little longer. You stunned me, which is bad, because that's the guy we need to help us here. Okay, they're out of axes. Ugh. And no chance here. This is just too high level of an encounter for us. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So this was going fantastic until these barbarians came in. Look over there! I think this run may be lost. If I'm totally honest with you, I think this run may be lost. But we're going to give it one more shot. Maybe we can flee. I don't know what the consequence of that is when they attack you. And it's quite possible we'll lose our contract. A lot of this comes down to, first off, we need to land certain blows. Yeah, I do need to use him as a meat shield. You're right. Let the Reavers get distracted here. Run away! Run away! They're gonna throw their axes, whatever. We'll flank their asses. Okay, that was good. That's what we wanted. Okay, Caravan Guard coming out. Hey, it's the right strategy. Wow. Caravan guard actually held out pretty well there. Alright, we need to move in here. That way we got them in a row and we can smack them. I'm tempted to wait, though. See what this guy's gonna do? Okay. Let's use this guy to help out up here. At least that's the idea. You're gonna go... You're gonna go here. You're gonna go here. You're gonna go here. Now, this is dangerous. But thankfully, they didn't go after me. Oh, excellent. That guy just stunned. Alright, we'll shoot a stone up there. Wow! Good job, dude. Alright, shield wall, slash, shield wall, slash, split. Got him. Hey, that was the right strategy. Okay, a good chunk of the caravan guards have gone down. Wow. Okay. Shield wall. This guy, I think, can be more aggressive. We need our knight to land. Uh-oh. Oh, this guy's getting good hits off. Okay. Not very good against armored, unfortunately. We almost have this guy. That's bad. We may lose that guy on our flank. We gotta go all in here. Thank you. Damn. We have no choice but to go all in. I have a feeling we're gonna lose this guy. We want our knight to be able to attack, so we do not want to hold this spot. So let's just flank here. This guy's exhausted, and so is this guy. He actually may not be able to get an attack off this turn. We'll have to see. Got a clear shot here, so we'll start attacking there. Okay, we can move in here. Move in. Good hit. Okay, he did have enough for an attack. We may be able to get out of this one. Going full offense here. Good, we got the kill. Keep slinging stones here. Coward. Gotta help out our friend. Maybe we can get him to retreat. We knew there was a good chance that that guy would go down. Alright. This guy has no armor left, so all we have to do is land a blow on him. Ah, bastard. Losing our shields here. Okay, full offense. Hey, we did it! And this guy didn't die. He's got a missing nose. That is terrible. Max fatigue minus 10% permanent. That's terrible. But hey, we made it out. And then other stuff didn't happen. uh... That was a fight I would have preferred not to have had. This guy has a missing nose. Alright, well, for now... I mean, honestly, his fatigues is still not that bad, so... Okay. Let's do that. Hey, we gotta level up on our Hedge Knight. We're definitely gonna go with Sword Mastery. This is good because we have been having issues with fatigue. This will make all our skills do 20%, cost 25% less fatigue. And that applies to everything. So every attack that a weapon does is a skill. So all of these things are skills. So having less fatigue on those is great. But the other thing this does is gives us a plus 5% chance on Split and Swing, which Split and Swing are two other abilities that we have. So this is a great thing to pick up. So we're definitely going to pick it up. We got to go to attack roll here. We're taking that for sure. We have to take the fatigue. I feel like we can't do anything else. And I'm going to take the melee defense because I don't want to get hit. And that's what where our rolls are at. I could see getting resolve here again, but right now, not getting hit and stuff like that is pretty important. And then we already talked about why we're going to be taking this. Because it's good. So, Split no longer has a penalty. Before it had a penalty, it no longer has a penalty, which is great. Neither does this, I don't think. Now, it doesn't have the bonus to hit that this does, but it doesn't have a penalty. These used to have penalties to hit. So, good. Let's take a look at our other men. Now, this guy may have gone down because of his... Well, no, actually, it pierced all the way through his armor. Never mind. And that's what I mean. Even though we have okay starting armor, one hit dropped this guy. One hit. That's all it took. So, that's why shields are important. And he took that hit because they knocked the shield out of his hand. Okie dokie. Let's see what we get. +3 here. I feel like I have to take that. +3 here. I feel like I have to take that. These are one of the circumstances where I'm going to take the hit points because his hit points are so low. Although these are tempting. Especially that. But I'm going to take it. Okay. Not bad. What would I do next? Well, if he's going to continue to be a frontliner, Recover is the way. None of these other perks are as valuable in my mind. Some of them have value, but they're more late game stuff. Like Fortified Mind is a good one. Steel Brow we did use, but I think it's got very specific uses, and I tend to use it on like a guy like this to increase our survivability, and also this is our character, so increasing our survivability really matters. Yeah, we're going to go with Recover here. All right, well, we're up to 63 on this guy, so I feel like we can go with a better, or not necessarily better, a different weapon. What that is right now, I don't know. These weapons I don't think are particularly good because they're very fatiguing for what they do. Where's our Golden Dag? The Golden Dag does 45 to 75. This does 50 to 70, so, you know, it's roughly the same, but minus 14, minus 14. Oh, well, actually, they're about the same. So this is not a bad weapon. 45, 65, minus 16. This, I would say, is a little bit more suspect. Axe hammer. That's both a hammer and an axe. Minus 10. 20, 30. Very bad damage. Wouldn't really want to use that, in my opinion. Okay. Out of curiosity, though, what does it do? Oh, okay, so you can split shield, which you wouldn't normally be able to do with a hammer. Okay, good to know. I guess we're just continuing on our journey. But yeah, that was a rough bit of luck to have that fight. These barbarians are no joke, and the fact we had to fight Reavers so early in the game, a little too much of a fight for us. I wouldn't say that was bad RNG, that was just cruel fate. If that's the same thing, whatever, we're spinning it. This is spin doctoring at its finest. You just use a different word that means the same thing, and you pretend like it means something different. Nah. This can go bad ways, we don't know. Get out of my face. We don't know you nothing, kid. Get out of here. Yay, we made it. Okay. So, what do we got here? Ooh, these are being sold for less than they're worth. I feel like I'm compelled to pick those up. Do so. We do need tools, but unfortunately these are at quite a high price. I'm going to sell the barbarian weapons. I don't really want to keep them. As much as this one's tempting, because it's actually not bad. I'm not really going to use two-handed weapons, I don't think. Very intimidating looking, though, right? I feel like I should get rid of these, because they're not really doing me any favors, but whatever. Alright. Let's take a look at hiring men, because I feel like we kind of need it. Nothing really here jumping out at me, but this guy's Casimir the Bear. That sounds pretty awesome, doesn't it? Part of me keeps saying to myself, we're trying to go with the quality aspect of things, but I feel like we're at a point where we need more men. So, hey, he's nice and buff. Let's get him. Okay, get that. Get this. As a matter of fact, while you have no nose, oh man, that is gruesome. You can give the other man your stuff. What's your attack value? This guy's actually pretty good. I think that's the way we're gonna go. Short sword, couple axes. You know, the funny thing though, is that this town needs building supplies. We just bought building supplies from them. They have building supplies. I mean, I would assume a peat brick is a building supply, is it not? These are peasants. They use what they got, right? Let's see what this one skull thing is. Okay. He wants us to find something. Southwest of here. Okay. What does it pay? Not bad pay. Usually these are fairly safe to do. We'll ask for more, though. He says no. I'll accept the offer. So, this is some way to the southwest. We'll see where that is. So, it's the Fair Range. Okay. Fair Range, southwest. That's Fair Range right there. That's kind of far away. We do need some recovery, though. This guy is still hurt. I want to take a look at the shops real quick here. Do they have any good head protection? Nah, just farmers' hats. Okay. Part of me says not to take this contract because it's that's a ways away, but you know what? Screw it. These contracts can lead you on a merry chase. We'll just go straight through the woods to where Fair Range is. It's over here. Oh no. It's gonna be night in the woods, and there's beasts about. Not the most intelligent move on my part. Especially as we don't know what the beasts are and how many of them there are. But as we could see earlier there, this game does not pull punches. You can have runs fall apart because of some bad luck. Okay. Start going through the woods here. We're almost to Fair Range. Now, where in Fair Range we need to go is just somewhere southwest of the town. May stop over here and sell the peat bricks just to get some money. If we take long enough, we'll get a guide that will help us, like, reorient. And that's exactly what we got. 30 crowns. Well, we'll say yes. Okay. Not far to the east of where you are now. Okay. We had to pay him for that information, but somewhere off to the east here. We were heading in that direction. Now I'm starting to... I should have looked at more... Ah, there it is. Whew. Okay, do we see what's there? Are you better yet? You sure are. Do we risk a fight here? Not knowing what it is? My gut says yes, but my head says that this is probably going to be a tougher fight than what we can handle. Well, we can always run away. Holy crap. That's a lot of undead. Maybe if we get to the high ground, though. We could always run away, too. I mean, we'll see what's all here, obviously. If it looks like more than we can handle, we'll just run away. If it's a necromancer, we're running away for sure. The Noxahairs are going to make this tough. I don't know. 21 against 6. I think that's too much. Especially some of these zombies have some pretty tough armor. But these guys may catch up to us. Even if we do run away. 23, 33. Good, we hit him. Because that guy may beat us to our destination. Like, this guy might tie me up here. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to stop it, too, so... Okay, so they held their action. I'm going to hold here. I feel like we need to run away. That's the right move. The big reason why I'm not taking this fight, yeah, my Hedge Knight will be able to wreck these zombies, but the problem is fatigue. You can build up a lot of fatigue doing that, and there's just far too many of them, and zombies rise up. Now, he'll cut off some of their heads, but he won't cut off all their heads. And if these guys run wild, we'll be in a lot of trouble. But this is the problem I'm seeing. They might catch up to me, and we may have to fight. Then again, if I didn't keep firing at them, I wouldn't have to fight, would I? You can get those too. There is holy water in the game, and they work very well against zombies, but... I'm afraid this guy's going to tie up that guy, and there's not a whole lot I can do about it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to hold here in case that does happen. Yep, there it is. We almost took him out too, that's a shame. I'm a little worried. Please land the shot. I'm starting to get worried here that we're not going to be able to run. Okay, thank you. Alright, we're gonna get away. That was our biggest threat. To stopping us, that is. Okay. Run! Okay, I need to stop messing around and firing with this guy, and I just need to get out. I forget, do I actually have to hit the retreat button? Not sure. Maybe we just hit the retreat button if they don't leave at the end of this turn. See how close they're getting though? I think we got out though. And then if that doesn't work, we'll just hit the retreat button. Yeah, it didn't work. Retreat. They should not be able to stop me here. Okay. We should get some experience from this. Yeah, we did get a little bit. No loot, though, because we didn't control the battlefield. Alright, let's get out of here. Sadly, not a fight we can win. Oh, we're getting there. If we had had a dozen men, I think we could have done it. Now we need to work on these guys and get them up to friendly so we can get our ambition done. That would be ideal. Three more days, alright. Ooh, a battle here. I wonder what happened. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that bad guys will fight each other depending on what faction they're in. So, like... no, that ambition is a pretty standard one. But, we may have had some, look away, moments where I restarted a couple times. We had an unlucky run-in with some Reavers when we were doing a caravan run. And, yeah. One of our guys is now missing a nose as a result. Okay, food is not a good price here. I mean, really, honestly, nothing is a good price here. We just need to leave. This place sucks. Move on! Let's go back to the one town where we're doing at least some progress towards getting the town to like me. We'll stop in here and sell off the peat bricks as well. It kind of is, but we sold it for well under what it was worth, so as long as we sell it for any kind of profit, I think it's worth it. There we go. That's a decent profit. We bought it for 89. We're selling it for 123. I'll take it. Let's see. I kind of need food, but the prices around these parts for food is just awful. But I feel like we have no choice. Alright, let's see what kind of men we can hire, because that's still our kind of holdback point. Oh, I do want to see if there's better head protection here. Yeah, this is the kind of thing I'm looking for right here. Kind of need tools, too. Let me look around a sec. Let's go here. Buy our tools. It has an iron mine. That's usually going to have a better source of tools. Although there's a workshop here, so I'm not really sure why the tools are so expensive here. Alright. So yeah, I definitely want to pick this up. It's fairly cheap, but it will give us a little bit of an upgrade to some of my men over the equipment that we currently have. Let's see if there's anybody we can hire. We have a lot of high-level dudes, but outside our price range, unfortunately. Cultist. We got a couple brawlers. I like brawlers. I'd be willing to take a look at them. We need to start getting archers, though. We don't really have any. So if we can find some. And I think there was like a place over in the direction we want to go anyway. That'd be good. Iron Jaw, that's not bad. And huge. He's got more damage, but he doesn't do defense very well. This would be a candidate for a two-handed weapon. I think I kept one, right? Yeah, I kept a golden dog. If he's got good stats, then he would be the man for that. A lot would be banked on him not getting hit, though. This could be a mistake, but at least it puts our golden dog to use. Okay. Well, first off, let's start with men we like. Despite this guy losing his nose, that minus 10% fatigue really didn't affect him because his stats were fairly good. I mean, obviously we wouldn't want him to have had that happen, but you know, things happen. You can't really stop them from happening sometimes, so this is one of our better men that we want to keep alive, so. And then, I guess you, and then you can have a farmer hat. Your attack values are not necessarily terrible. Here, have that. Let's give you other wraps, okay. Then you, my friend. Sure, have a monk robe. We have a bunch of brawlers, so I am worried if we go into town or that our brawlers would just beat the crap out of each other, because that could happen. Alright, so from here on out, we want archers. That's like the main thing we want. So poachers, hunters, what have you. That's what we want. Because we've got a fairly good front line at this stage. I put this guy on the periphery. Is him being in the periphery the best place for him? Not really. What are we equipping you with? Well, we don't really have that much of a supply of weapons. Go ahead and give you a bludgeon and hope you just bop somebody with the stun. You can also get yourself a buckler. Alright. If we get the opportunity to buy more armor or what have you, we will. Although, for me, it'd have to be an upgrade. And be a good price. Right now, we're not seeing either, so move along. Maybe they can use those peat bricks to recover that fort here. I wonder how that got smashed. It wasn't smashed last time we passed through here. We need to get out of the northern lands so we don't fight these frickin' barbarians. I might go up to Grimmar's Olm just to like visit there, because we will eventually have an ambition to travel everywhere. And it's best to get this place out of the way while we're at it, because it's like the most northern spot. And we're here, so why not? There's a hunter's cabin, so we might be able to get what we're looking for. We don't have a ton of money in the bank account, though. Alright, fingers crossed, get ourselves some archers here. Alright, first things first. Marketplace, anything cool here? Oh, we have a better price on grain. I'm gonna go ahead and sell this, and I'm just gonna get this out of my inventory because it's garbage. Tools are a better price here than they were in the past. But we're gonna hold out for that other location. Food's not bad here. Probably should get at least something. We got armor options. Let's see if we can find the dude we're looking for. Ooh, we got some wild men. Not really gonna be doing that too much. Sadly, no hunters. Okay. That's fine. I think we can move on. We got what we wanted. Unless, again, we want to buy better protection. Because this guy has no head protection. This guy has no protection of any kind. Might be good to get that. But I feel like the archers are a little bit more pressing. So we'll come down here and see what jobs we can get. There's a copper mine down here too. Maybe we can get the copper for a good price if we get these guys to like us. But ultimately we were trying to go back down to here to get them to be friendly with us or something. Okay, so they have disappearing villagers, which is probably what this contract is all about. Let's see, marketplace-wise. Copper is being sold for a lot, but they do have things going on right now. Okay, nothing we want to do anything with. Let's see what this is. Okay, what do we got? Horrible beasts are afoot. Okay. Well, this could be the death of us, but we're going to do this contract. 760, we need to be paid more. He says no. I will accept the offer, though. Alright, let's go get him. Okay, we got any hints here on what this is? Huh, I don't know. Let's keep going. I'm guessing dire wolves, but at this difficulty level, how many of them are there going to be? And I suspect we'll lose some men. Man, they got quite a head start on us. Oh, no, these guys, huh? Alright, open field. Fingers crossed they're not leveled up. Okay, we got some high ground we may be able to take advantage of. I'll try and take advantage of. Okay. Start moving over this way. Not sure I can really do a whole lot. Prevent them getting the high ground here. Move you here. I'm afraid for that guy. Have you come up here. We can form a defense up there. 2, 5, 8. Alright, so we should be able to get here. Were you there? You're gonna go there. You're gonna go there. You're gonna turn. You're gonna move up there. It's decent wall. Ow. Ow. Probably shouldn't have put him where I did, but a little late now. Hold. Move here. Try and take this guy out with a stone. We need that to hit. Hold. Hold. Like, I can move over here, but it'd be one-on-one. I'm not sure it's the smartest move right now. We need to jump on this body. Split. That's not good. Okay, that's a little bit better situation for us. This guy may go down, but if it happens, it happens. I'm not sure what to do here. We could move in here, but it really puts this guy at risk. Let's just end turn and hold the line. To move in to make sure they don't get the body. Yeah, that's fine. That's what we wanted. This guy just needs to hold out. Yeah, I figured that might happen. We need to stop them from eating his body. Not sure what to do here. I'm gonna hold. Hold. Need to take this one out. Shoot. Okay. We're fine. If they eat the body, they for sure get the... kill that guy. Okay. Good morale effects. Get in here. Let's bop one that doesn't have good morale. There we go. Got that one retreating. They're moving around. So we mostly got through that one. We may lose the one guy with the golden dag, but I was aware of our limitations. Take that one down. Move in. Stun him. Take him out. I said, take him out. Ah. There we go. They're all retreating now. And this one, we're going to run them down because we can. Okay. Kill him. There we go. Move up here. There we go. That guy did indeed die. Now, we might have the argument of if he had a shield, maybe he would have lived, but boot at this point. We got the important bit back. Okay, they're all dead. And again, we make a profit even though that guy did die. We didn't spend a lot on him. So, it's alright. Let's look at these level ups here. So you're a frontliner, huh? Fatigue. Definitely going with the defense. I think I'm going to roll with the melee skill even though it's kind of bad. But it's better than nothing. And we'll go recover here. Let's have you just come in. Okay. Our noseless man moves up in the world. Okay. Definitely take the +3 here. Definitely take the defense. I think I'm going to go with the resolve rather than the fatigue because his fatigue isn't going to improve that much anyway. I mean, it's still a good roll to get, but his resolve's bad. Let's get that up. Might as well give him recover. The roll we needed there. And I think, yeah. Range, defense, and initiative. This guy's working out pretty good. Of all the abilities we can use right now, Bullseye makes the most sense, although Crippling Strikes makes a lot of sense too. A lot of it depends on what we're going to do with this guy. I think we're going to move away from the sling because it doesn't really do all that much damage. Although the question is, what are we going to move away to? Crossbow, I would take Crippling Strikes because crossbows would do pretty good injuries anyway, and increasing that by 33% is pretty good. Bows, Crippling Strikes will still matter. Wouldn't be as big of a deal, but it'd still matter. Bullseye is going to be generally good. Dodging, it has its place as well. But I honestly think Crippling Strikes is the right move here. Okay. We're moving up in the world. So we lost a frontliner. We have kind of a slot now for that. Come on, get back before night. I don't think it's going to happen. And I do think we should stay here because we're looking to get cheap tools, so. Oh, along the road. Okay. Casimir the Bear, you're strong. Go give her a hand. And yeah, we save him. Yay! Her grandpa was stuck in the well. pretty much. What happened there? Okay. On camp, we desperately need tools, so they better be cheap here. They are, but there aren't that many of them. The copper's only selling for slightly more than it's worth, so I think I'm going to pick this up in hopes that we get a profit in the next town. That would put us in kind of a rough financial position, but not a terrible one. Well, there's that, Leo, too, but... we'll keep it PG. This game is not PG in any remote sense of it. I mean, first off, you have the violence, but there's plenty of swearing and other activities. Let's leave it at that. Okay. Yeah, that's good. If we sell this for a profit, excellent. The one campaign I'm doing, kind of on the side, is the one with the merchant, and with that you get 10% better prices in towns. And the map I have has this great, like, crossroads of trade with all these awesome trade goods, and I just go from town to town in like this small area and just buy trade goods in one area, sell them in another. You just rack up gold like so fast. It's great. Okay, let's hop in here and see if there's any contracts. Okay, so they do have ambush trade routes, but we're going to see if that copper sells for anything good. It sure does. So we just made ourselves a bit of coin there. Excellent. And we can continue to get this town to like us. So we got a 1 skull contract. We're always going to do that over a 2 skull contract. At least look at it first, because if it is indeed the bandits, then that's going to be a mission that's easier for us. Let's take a look at men, though. I don't know if I've ever picked up a flagellant. I have a feeling that these guys are kind of crazy, but they've got good resolve, I guess. We do have a witch hunter, and he comes with a crossbow. That is tempting. I've also never run over witch hunter either. They also have good resolve. But we need a range guy, and this guy looks like he may be the man. We got another flagellant. What's going on in this town? Try him out. He's clumsy. Well, it doesn't affect him if he's going to be range. So, you know what? We hire him anyway. I'm tempted to hire the flagellants. The only problem is they don't come with really any gear. But they're nice and cheap. Because I've never run one before, I think I'm going to pick one up. I'm going to pick the cheaper of the two. This one. He is a brute. I don't really want that. But you know what? Screw it. Come here. You're hired. I probably should have checked the other guy, but what the hell. Okay, this guy's not terrible. He's clumsy, which we don't prefer. I mean, we might get some events that play into that as well. Oh, this guy's skill is terrible. Here, have a shirt. And have a spear. Good luck, my friend. You're gonna need it. Yeah, this is a man for the job. Okay. What's the deal here, though? Nah. Doesn't really have any bonuses that I'm aware of. Alright, well. That guy might not live long. What do we got? Okay, so we're fighting barbarians? Yeah, it is. Well, 1 skull barbarians. We kind of have a grudge to settle here. We want more. He says, though. Alright. 5 rough barbarians at Nordic huts north of the town. Okay, will do. All right, let's check our mana real quick. Everybody seems healed up and ready to go. Oh, we might as well give this guy a buckler. Hopefully his lovely mane of hair protects his head because he's got no other thing going for him. Oh, we should probably move some of this guy's armor around, huh? The Witch Hunter's hat is actually pretty good. Oh, this guy has had armor all this time. What am I doing? What is wrong with me? I'm not paying attention. We had all this stuff that we could have been moving around. Well, this guy sucks, so he's not going to get armor if I can help it. You know, maybe we should rock the flail instead. Yeah, does better damage. Pardon me a second. Okie dokie. And then... Actually, no. No. You get the protection. And you get the Witch Hunter's hat, because it's better than what you currently have. Then you get this, and that. And you get this, and that. That's better. You get that. You get that. Okay. I'll take it. So we have a little bit of protection for our guys, better than there was before. And I don't really like keeping sackcloth around, so we'll sell it in town. Okie dokie. Oh. We need to give our Witch Hunter a dagger. That's better than a knife. Okay. Where are we going? Up there. Alright. Maybe a fight in the swamps? We need to get there quick. Maybe this is where the barbarians were coming from. Speaking of the devil, we got barbarian thralls. Let's put them to death. Would you run away from me? Ooh, good. We got good terrain here. Alright, let's see what they do. Alright, they're coming. Now, he did a hold. Which means they're going to go for that adrenaline thing. I say we back up a bit and give them room, but we charge down here. So we kind of just hold them here, and we charge down here and trying to defeat them in the bottom area. That's my thoughts, anyway. So if I step here, then they have to move more than 2 to get to me. So I think that's an alright strategy. So we just have these 3 guys hold and the crossbow guy hold, and then everybody else comes down here. That's my thought. Now who the crossbow guy fires at is going to be dependent on, well, he's going to fire at this guy. He's going to miss. Whoops. Okay. Okay, you're going to move here and hold. You're going to move here and spear wall. You're going to move here and hold. You're just going to end turn. You're coming to here. That way we can do the split attack and hit both of those guys. I would prefer to be on the high ground, but I don't have that option because of the way the turn went. You're going to move to here. Let's go after that guy. Yeah, they definitely have the quick hands ability. Oh, come on, you gotta hit those things. Wait a second. What weapon does he have? Because that was not a full turn. Oh, we'll hold. 48, 48. You haven't gone yet, but you have. Oh. Okay. Okay, let's keep hitting this guy because he hasn't gone yet. We might be able to kill him. There we go. So much for the split attack, huh? Goodbye. Alright, we're gonna tie these guys up. Move you in. Move you here. Move you here. Fair wall to protect. Yeah, that guy got hurt a little bit there, but we should be alright. Alright, murder him, please. Ah! If we had hit that, I think we would have got him. A resistant little bugger. Oh, come on. There we go. Wow, he survived all three of these guys attacking him, huh? Let's see what you guys are trying to do here. I'm not gonna let it happen. 5. That's fire there. And this only takes 4 action points. I'll have to look at what kind of weapon he has. I really want to kill this guy. I have a feeling he's going to kill one of my dudes, and I'm going to be really upset about it. Thank you, Windows 10. Let's just tie him up right now. Oh, screw you! Kill him, please. Thank you. Now, the good thing about the barbarian brawls is they do not have good armor. So you can take advantage of that. This guy probably shouldn't fight unless he can get an advantage. Please kill him. Thank you. I think it's fine to charge in here. Maybe it's dumb. Nice try. Let's move in here. Goodbye. Alright, we took injuries maybe we shouldn't have taken right before we had to be in another fight, but I couldn't help it. I see barbarian, I see kill. We must kill. Kill all barbarians. Alright, well, we have to do something about these injuries. Like, this guy got his noggin cracked. I should probably be out of the next fight. What do we got here? What is this? 50 protection. Okay. Well, that's better than some of the protection I have. Matter of fact, it's on par with that. Okay. We may need to camp to recover. This is probably not the best place to camp, but I don't know what else to do here. So, definitely taking that. I'll take the resolve because he's got bad resolve. Not sure what to do after that. These are kind of crummy rolls. I'll go ahead and take the... He's got 2 stars there, though, so that's not really that great of a roll. I'm gonna take it anyway. Okay, we definitely need to camp here. I don't want to fight in the nighttime anyway, so maybe not the best place to do it, but we'll camp out the night, get an opportunity to repair a lot of our gear, get our men healed. Okay, it's done. Oh, did we not do a perk? Whoops. We could have this guy switch weapon type, but that's alright. We're mostly recovered. It's just a matter of one of our men is going to be out for this fight. We could have him come back in and just be like, oh, broken nose doesn't really matter. And honestly, I am going to do that, but I'm going to put him kind of in reserve rather than at the front line. Another Barbarian Reaver. Oh well. Okay, I have not read anything with barbarians yet, so we're going to read this one. You find the barbarian village, and just to its outskirts lies a round stone in the snow. It's so large, the entire company could lay a foot ahead and still not stretch across its middle. Runes have been carved into its outer rim. Long divots that are caked with dried blood. In the center of the slab is a small square rise with a curve to hold the neck. Sigmund spits. Looks like a sacrificial square or circle. Looking around, you wonder aloud where they put the bodies. The sellsword shrugs. Don't know, probably ate them. It wouldn't surprise you if they did. You stare at the village and ponder, attacking or waiting. In the swamps. And they've got the better ground. Oh, that sucks. I mean, we can move to it. It wouldn't be that big of a deal to do so. But it's going to be hard to have our numbers be telling. Alright. Let's hold with our range dudes. Well, if they're going to do that, they're giving me a recipe to just slice them to pieces. Okay, I'm going to move up and then hold. I kind of want to put this guy here, but I don't know if that's the wisest move. Let's hold. Hold. Step forward. Hold, because we're really going to have one more man come in here. This is probably really dumb to move in here. But then again, we stop these guys from using the javelins. Probably a smart idea. Okay. If I move there, I can put my knight right there. Whether that's a smart move, I have no clue. Probably dumb as hell. But if I put my knight here, it's going to be tough to really help him. This is probably dumb. And I don't know why I'm doing it. I guess we'll just swarm him. We need to hit that. We're in trouble. Well, that was lucky. Okay, you need a shield wall, no doubt about it. Trying to cut that man down. Good. I'm gonna need to hold because I don't have a shot. This guy's bleeding. Oh well. Try and take that guy out. Ah! We need that to land. Ouch. Yeah. Not too surprised that happened. That guy may bleed out. I should have attacked that guy first. That was a mistake. Okay, we got the big hit. We get. Ah, I should have bandaged. I'm so. No. We need the action points, but I need a bandage here. As long as the bleeding is still happening, yeah, it is. Got him. Okay. Bandage. You. Excellent. Live another 5 seconds. Let's hold so he doesn't get hit anymore. Good night. Alright, potentially we lost one dude. I would have preferred not to lose anybody, but these things happen. We're gonna have to move around. Chop him down. Goodbye. Yep, he died. Probably one of our better men. That's a shame. This campaign's been rough. It has, for sure. Got a couple level ups. Shift this guy down. We gotta do symmetry. Well, my friend, you have now inherited better armor. We may have lost some head protection there, but these things happen. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do our level ups real quick here. So you need attacking ability. And I'll take some defense. And then outside of that, Teague wouldn't hurt. I mean, your hit points suck, man. I get why you're a flagellant after all. I honestly, Ursi, why is it rough? That's a good question. I think it's just been like the fact that we've had to fight a lot of barbarians, and barbarians can be really, really tough to deal with. Starting up in the north, having to deal with the barbarians, I guess, is what has made this especially rough. We had started in the south, and the barbarians are all up in the north. So if you start in the south, you pretty much don't see them. And at this stage of the game, we're too early to be fighting them. It's a little bit beyond what we can handle, in my opinion. Let's go with fast adaptation here. Try and overcome this guy's crappy attack ability. You also are leveling up. And we're taking Resolve because it's pretty decent. We'll take that. I guess I'll take the attack value when it's a crappy roll, because it's better to have some attack value than none. This guy like hung on by a thread. We'll go as fast adaptation here too. We didn't lose two like our top attackers, but I think we lost like maybe our third best attacker in that fight. Honestly, if we were smart, we'd move south, yes. Because we could avoid the barbarians. We're kind of at a point where we can fight thralls, but even then, they're tough. I also think that the barbarians get some kind of buff beyond what you see in what they should have base stats. Because like if you look at their weapons aren't that good, 20 to 30 damage, but they seem to do a lot more damage than what the weapons would dictate. So I don't know if they've got some kind of barbarian strength buff or something, but they definitely do more damage than I think they should. Based off their weapon type, that is. So that's another thing that's challenging. So they've got a lot that makes them tough early on, because they've got a bunch of perks. Even their low level guys, thralls, they have quick hands, they have adrenaline, like they've got fairly good attack values. That's just way too much in the early game for like level 1 guys to deal with. Your guys don't have any perks starting off at level 1, so it's not really all that fair. Whereas when you're fighting a thug is on par with you in the early stages of the game. So you want to be fighting thugs. You don't want to be fighting barbarians. They're a little too up there. I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying, I mean, that the game is wrong with that. I'm just saying that our decisions here, we should be staying away from barbarians. We're not, and that's what's costing us. So, okay, let's go ahead and wrap up here. So if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time.